game where you're right, they got up by 24 and cruised. Most recently, though, the loss at Purdue by 3. So Penn State hoping for another quality win here this evening. And Michigan looking for win number 23 on the season. Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman. And there is Mo Wagner. And you said it, Bob. He can go inside, but he can go outside.
I'll tell you, he is so much of a threat on the perimeter. Not only in the corners, but top of the key all around the arc.
44 three-pointers this season.
Very, very tough guy to guard. Success, of course, when the tournament, Big Ten tournament is in Madison Square Garden. He's familiar with that at West Virginia. He was the Big East there, played many, many times.
And now in his 11th season at Michigan.
They won the championship last year as an 8th seed. Went right through the Big Ten tournament in Washington, D.C. Won it. Got to the Sweet 16.
And what a run that was, especially after all the drama that they had getting there. And they can still be the 4 seed and get one of those double byes, but they need a couple of wins.
They're knocking on the door right now.
Last trip for Penn State to the Big Dance was 2011, the year before he arrived on campus.
That's why this is such a big game.
And here's Watkins into the game, and his first shot fading away, no good. Xavier Simpson from coast to coast, 5-zip.
The notion that Michigan State does not want to run is erroneous. They do run. They get it up the court, try to get an easy shot in transition, but then they run their intricate patterns. Very difficult to guard.
Nittany behind the back pass from Carr to Shep Garner, and the senior on senior night puts it through.
How about Carr? Is he smooth? Leads the league in scoring, number 10 in white.
Yeah, that was a nifty little behind-the-back pass. And so he averages 5 assists a game. I think he should get double for that, right? You should get 2. I think that should count for a pair.
Absolutely.
Garner held. 2 quick fouls on Michigan.
Rounds here that way also.
Everything was so structured and organized. The players were so in tune today listening to their head coach. Shep Garner a little bit too deep that time. Abdur-Rahman lost it, then threw it off Gene Steratore, and he was out. Gene Steratore, of course, worked the Super Bowl this year as the referee, and he's everywhere. Watkins 0 for 2 from the floor.
Good D right there.
And Mo Wagner went to the bench with that first foul. John Teske was playing that defense. He's been giving them good minutes. Talked about how rare those Michigan turnovers are.
Yeah, they've got 3 already in the game, Brandon. This is very uncharacteristic. Home game for the Nittany Lions. That helps.
But a turnover for a turnover as Penn State gives it right back. Matthews, the Kentucky transfer.
Nice challenge by Watkins, and Watkins goes down. I believe he's hurt, but they're going to let the play finish. And Mike came in a year before Carr and Stevens and those guys, and he redshirted. So they are in the same class. So Julian Moore this way.
Here he is.
Teske doing a good job, huh?
Yeah, second time in a row he's been solid on defense.
Yep. 7'1".
He gave John Beilein 16 solid minutes against Ohio State and Iowa. Really feel like he's been playing better. Tony Carr, one-on-one with Simpson. And Carr finishes.
6'5" point guard with a 6'7" wingspan. He sees over defenses. Small guards cannot defend him.
So good controlling his body when he gets in the air. Michigan scored the first 5. Now Penn State the last 5 in the
course of this game.
Satchel Pierce is on the floor now. He did mention, though, Satchel Pierce, Julian Moore, they've gotten some good minutes from the 5 spot when it hasn't been Mike Watkins as of late.
Especially against Purdue.
And they needed it against Purdue, albeit in a losing effort. On the angle, no good for Jordan Poole.
So far, neither offense has looked sharp at all. I think the Nittany Lions are just very emotional at the beginning of this game, and I think Michigan has been very sloppy at the beginning of this game.
It is so surprising that they have 5 turnovers. You mentioned it, we showed it. They only average 9.2 a game. Inside, Pierce, there you go. One of those backup big men. When he scored against Purdue, it was his first basket since December 17th, and now he's scored in 2 straight games.
Wow! I had a basket between then and now.
Duncan Robinson, that's what he does. He makes 3-pointers.
That's the guy they need. He's made 56 on the year and shoots 38-39% from there. He takes a lot of tough ones also. Tough matchup for him guarding Lamar Stevens, who's been quiet so far.
Yeah, Robinson's deficiency is more on the defensive end. Speaking of threes, Garner's now 1 of 3 from long range.
I like the push.
And it results in a thunderous slam from Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman.
He's an Allentown, Pennsylvania guy. A couple of hours from Penn State.
And he actually played AAU ball with Shep Garner of Penn State, so those two know each other very well.
People don't get dunks against Penn State in this building when he's in the game.
He, as you say, was great.
Or he can back him down with the dribble. Jerron Simmons in on him now, also a much, much smaller player. A little more physical.
He's the Ohio grad transfer, Simmons. He's been getting more playing time as of late. Into the shot clock, no good from Stevens. Julian Moore, the senior, cleaning it up.
Inside offense. It's cooking for the Nittany Lions.
6 of their points in the paint. Speaking of points in the paint, Duncan Robinson, a rare 2-point field goal.
That's right, a rare 2-point field goal.
Maybe the defense was just surprised to see him under the basket on the cut.
Little push off there by Carr. He can yo-yo it. Look at that.
And he can do that, but a great block inside. Final 4 in championship at the D3 level. And I remember
it's going. Wagner's sitting for a long time.
Yeah, he only has the 1 personal. But he has been over there, you're right, for quite some time. Duncan Robinson again, 7 for him.
He heats it. That's his job. Lamar Stevens wants to take him one-on-one, but he hasn't had the opportunity. Duncan's defense has improved, but it's not one of the stellar parts of his game.
Yeah, you would think that you're right. That would be a matchup that they want to isolate.
They're not reading it.
Garner. Step back. Boy, what a tough shot. Julian Moore got fouled. Wins. Well, here's a chance for one today.
19-10. It's been a very successful season. They got work to do, for sure. Wagner is back in the game, Brandon, and that's good news for Michigan.
He was out, as you noted, for an extended period of time, and also in the game, the freshman Eli Brooks.
That is the 3rd point guard they've had in the game, huh?
Yeah, they've been rotating throughout the season as the backup to Simpson, Eli Brooks, and then Jerron Simmons, who we've already seen, but you're right, all 3 seeing early playing time.
If Brooks gets tired, I think he's putting you in.
Nobody wants to see that. Nice bucket. Azir Bostic, the sophomore from Philly.
One of those Roman Catholic high school grads.
That has been their pipeline. Good passing around the arc. Brooks has only made 10 3-pointers this year.
Carr has only taken 1 shot in the game. Very unusual. Stevens hasn't taken many either.
Yeah, he's been more of a distributor, just like that to Julian Moore. But he attracts so much attention, Coach, right? And that's when he becomes a good distributor.
Absolutely.
defensive.
He almost got a technical the other day, but it wasn't for anything. He was just being so enthusiastic. It looked bad.
He got that crowd at Chrysler fired up in that Ohio State game. And when he got up from the bottom of the huddle, his mouthpiece fell out. He was all out of sorts. Here he is, rim running and having it blocked. How about Tony Carr coming in?
What do you think? Did Carr make a case for all-conference player?
I think so.
Top 10 at least.
Robinson, catch and release. Oh, Boston couldn't quite.
Oh, the #1 shot-blocking team in America is also in this conference. The Spartans. The Spartans get the award for Do Not Come Into the Paint award.
Gosh, Bridges, Jaren Jackson, Nick Ward, they reject everything. Way off the mark that time for Charles Matthews.
They are getting 3 looks, and they're not making them very well. They make 9 a game at least. They got to make that many on the road to get a W here.
Tony Carr, got a great look. Michigan second in the conference in threes made behind Purdue.
Dakota Mathias, Ryan Klein, and Carson Edwards. They can make them.
Abdur-Rahman feeding Matthews, but once again a block.
With Watkins out of the game, they're doing it anyway. This is surprising.
First 12 minutes of this one haven't disappointed, neck and neck.
Reeves, number 23, has not done much. He with the basketball right here. He's one of those defensive guys who ignites.
He's played 11 minutes. He hasn't recorded a statistic yet. Stevens, a little strong into the hands of Matthews.
Let's give Duncan Robinson some credit there. Terrific, terrific D.
And how about the O from Duncan Robinson? He has 9.
Boy, what a valuable substitute, huh?
Well, when he scores 6 or more, Michigan is 18-0. So that's a good sign for the Wolverines. Tony Carr just going to do it himself off the heel. Abdur-Rahman beat Tony. And the right knee is the one that he injured. 0 for 2.
Wow.
A 79% shooter.
Wow, wow, wow. I like the fact that Wagner and Robinson are in the game at the same time for Michigan. Much better scoring abilities with both of them in. Time for Carr to take over the game a little bit. He's playing distributor. I think he needs to play scorer.
Yeah, he's just 1 of 4, 2 points. Here they want to go into him. You mentioned that size advantage with Simpson. Wagner comes to help. He finds Reeves. Mo Wagner was over there quickly when he realized that size advantage in the post.
Yeah, it was a great. John Beilein told me that they were going to double team Carr in the post. Little part of the floor to just shoot over him, which he's done plenty this year.
Yeah, and then when too many people collapse to him, find the open man on the baseline. How about Mo Wagner, his second 3 of the night?
Hard guy to guard. Talking to him when he was talking to you this afternoon, and Niels Giffey, who was a player at UConn, was his mentor and role model for coming to the United States and playing basketball in college.
Yeah, he's from Berlin and was over there until college. Tough shot off the glass that time.
Stevens has been conspicuously absent from the offense until then.
His first bucket, and he averages 15 a game. Another sophomore for Pat Chambers. That's a travel. Something in the water over in Western Europe. Those guys can step out and shoot it. They can take you inside.
Can you say Dirk Nowitzki?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the best to ever do it. Euro step, but he lost it, did Reeves. Simpson, no. Thought he got fouled by Tony Carr. 17th ranked Michigan up 4 on the road. And still Stevens struggling on the offensive end. Open three, Jordan Poole knocks it down.
Said to us today, magical. Walton, Irvin, DJ.
Good team. And you mentioned Oklahoma State, who they beat. That coach was Brad Underwood, who's now the head coach at Illinois.
Double.
And Tony Carr's in trouble. But Julian Moore couldn't save it. Whoa, Jordan Poole, hello! That down in the face of 6'10", 255. Talk about not afraid.
He's provided a lift again. He and Duncan Robinson off the bench have been the scorers in this game.
And Jordan Poole, freshman from Milwaukee, with a vengeance. And now a steal from Xavier Simpson. Oh, he slipped.
Teskey doing a good job in here, defensively clogging the lane.
And Simpson trying to split the defender by SoFi, beginning next Wednesday live from Madison Square Garden. And these two teams still shuffling for seeding. Robinson from downtown in Michigan is up a baker's dozen.
Did you see that net was entwined, and he didn't care. He shot it anyway, and he fixed it on the way down.
He's the first in double figures. He has 12. Tony Carr has the answer.
They need him desperately right now. Pace of the game favors the Wolverines, especially on the road. They hold people to 63 points.
Really, most people say consensus-wise, the best defensive team that John Beilein has had at Michigan. Poole, travel.
20 points off the bench for Michigan. That's how many points Penn State has in the game.
Yeah, it has been, as you said, Poole, Robinson, really starring coming in for John Beilein. Stevens saves a turnover. Shot clock at 7. Tony Carr stops and fires. Bostic tried to keep it alive. But credit Mo Wagner with getting on the ground, and that leads to Jordan Poole finishing on the other end. Once again, getting out and going in transition.
Yeah, and right now, Penn State, you know, all the air is out of the building. I mean, it was lively at the start of the game, senior night. Everybody's all juiced up, started fine, and now it's very, very silent in here.
Simpson, great hands. And then Poole kept it alive. Up ahead, Robinson. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone right for Michigan.
Got to give Wolverines D credit. Lamar Stevens is an excellent one-on-one player. He shows it there. That's only his second basket.
That's why Wagner was upset.
Ohio State in the close loss at Purdue.
Replay.
Yeah. It's Carr time. Last minute or so, he's got to take some shots.
He has 5. Stevens has 4. And now Stevens has 6 with a friendly bounce.
They are not doubling Stevens on the post back down move. I think Robinson needs a little help on it.
Stevens gambled. Jordan Poole, great pass to Teskey. Way off the mark from Xavier Simpson. State Farm halftime report coming up. Stay tuned. Our guys in Chicago, Mike Hall, Eddie Katz, and Robbie Hummel will be with you.
10-point lead going into halftime. You got to feel good about yourself anywhere in the Big Ten.
A near steal by Abdur Rahman. Lamar Stevens, he's starting to heat up.
Now it's only 8. They're going to get to take the last shot. I believe that John's going to call a timeout here.
Over a decade. Now, some of that aided by, in recent years, the shot clock switched down to 30 seconds from 35. There is no shot clock right now. Final seconds of the half. Xavier Simpson, no. Josh Reeves from half court. Minute spring. Time to find out.
5 of 10 from downtown for Michigan. They make about 10 per game. This is the proper way to start. That's the kind of play I've been talking about the whole half. He's got to take people off the dribble and shoot over them. You don't have to post him and try to get a pass into him.
Third field goal of the night for Tony Carr. He has 7. Nice shot fake for Abdul Rahman. He missed the 3. Collision, no foul.
Significantly, Poole, who scored well, is starting in the second half for Michigan.
It's the 3rd offensive rebound of the game for the Wolverines. Wagner had it blocked, a foul called against Drew.
Extremely important game.
As he went to the bench. Wagner knocks down both.
Well, Watkins being out is bad enough. Julian Moore with 3 fouls is even worse because he's the backup center. Patrick Chambers has to be contemplating going small with Lamar Stevens as the 5.
Right now, John Hurrah is the 5, but it's not the 5-man. Instead, it's Lamar Stevens hitting the 3.
He's got 11.
First Nittany Lion in double figures. So the lead at one point was 13. It's down to 5. Xavier Simpson putting that over the hand of John Hurrah.
He's had a few shots like that. That's the first one he's made in the game. Tough matchup for Simpson right here on Carr. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Will they switch?
Tony Carr going right at him. Well, Wagner, he came over to help. Reeves back out to Carr. Got it.
Welcome to the game, Tony. This is what you're supposed to do. Remember Ohio State when you made the shot to win it?
And then he had 30 against Ohio State here. Tony Carr reigning Big Ten Player of the Week. Here he goes once more.
Minutes.
And I mentioned the reigning Big Ten Player of the Week, and with the efforts that he had last week, he overtook Caleb H. Diop of Ohio State for the top scorer in the league. He's at 19.6 a game now.
This is going in.
Stevens had to get rid of it. Carr hesitating. Everything but the finish. Got the taller man, Isaiah Livers, on him now. So Livers has the height advantage, whereas Tony Carr had the big height advantage on Simpson. Running left-hander for Josh Reeves.
That's his first bucket, isn't it?
It is his first bucket. He's only taken 2 shots.
His job is defense.
Travel.
Out of the lane. So he and Carr are going to run the offense here.
All of a sudden, Penn State could tie or take the lead. Stevens has started all 63 games in his career so far. Let's go. And 2 misses from Lamar Stevens.
Now we'll see if the Wolverines have a response. Their offense has been not alive right here to start the second half.
Simpson falling down. Somehow got it to Abdul Rahman. Swatted. Stevens. Tony Carr. Props over there on the bench. And from down 30, what does Michigan do to stop that run now? Robinson was the man of the first half. trying to get it into Wagner.
This is what they want right here.
Wagner taking out some frustration. Big Ten tournament. Michigan still holding out hope for that 4 seed, but to keep that hope alive, they have to win here.
Just because you're in the top 4 doesn't mean you're going to win the Big Ten tournament.
Well, Michigan proved that last year. In some trouble. Abdul Rahman is averaging 19 points a game. Rejection by Stevens. Shot.
And they are playing well without him, although he does score close to the basket. Zone defense for the first time today for the Wolverines. This is smart. Maybe it might limit Carr some.
Quite a bit of practice at shoot-around for Michigan of this zone defense.
We should mention the defensive job that Reeves has done on Abdur Rahman.
He has really held him in check. As the ball goes bouncing around, a fight for it.
Jeff Garner is holding his left hand. It's bothering him in that scrum when he went to the ground, his left hand.
Keep an eye on that. Michigan needs some points. Just 1 of 5 from the floor this half. That's not going to help.
Great D.
Alley-oop Stevens on the other end from Tony Carr. For Penn State. A foul was on Reeves, his second. Michigan hasn't scored in over 4.5 minutes. Matthews hasn't scored this entire game. Game reaction, in-depth expert analysis tonight at 11 Eastern right here on BTN.
Wheeler, number 5, doing a very good job defensively also.
Wagner. Boyd and Michigan need that. He's hit 3 from downtown tonight.
Wow. They hold up 2. That's the number for the zone defense. It signifies a 2-3 zone. They're playing it wide. I don't know why they're doing that. Carr can penetrate into seams when you play it that way. So you want to force the outside. I play it more compact.
Stevens from the elbow. There you go. There's a wide open hole right there for 15 feet.
Yep.
Well, you at one point, we were talking about Stevens being quiet. He's really arisen. 15 points now. Wagner into Matthews. Still scoreless. A frustrated Charles Matthews averages almost 14 points a game. Has just not gotten anything tonight. Carr lost that going up. Got it back.
Garner has not made threes in this game other than early. His defense has been pretty solid. The perimeter defense has been very good for Penn State in the second half.
Garner just that 1 3-pointer. Wagner has now made 4 from deep.
Well, right now, as I predicted with Penn State in terms of their personnel, Lamar Stevens is playing the 5. They're going with a very small lineup here. It improves their perimeter defense. As long as they can board a little bit, they'll be in good shape.
So Michigan has weathered that storm, and they are back in front looking to add to the lead. Xavier Simpson, not his shot. Doug Wagner.
7-1, he can guard the basket better than the others. I like this better. It's tighter, don't you think, Brandon?
Yeah, it looks a lot tighter. Earlier, they got that easy elbow jumper from Stevens. I think maybe they learned their lesson.
Yep.
Pierce, and he is not known for his mid-range game.
See, you can allow that shot, right? Okay, now when Lamar Stevens is in there, Teskey has to come up and challenge that shot. but with Pierce shooting it, you let him shoot it.
Read the scouting report. Teskey had it pinned by Pierce.
Second half. Notice Duncan Robinson playing out pretty high on that wing. That means that the rebounding on that side is going to be available.
Instead, it's a three from this side. Josh Reed. Only the second field goal for Reeves. He has 5.
Beeline is making Penn State think, and they're thinking well.
Abdur-Rahkman has the answer on the other end. Back and forth in Happy Valley.
Love it. Gotta love it. How about the screen by Teskey? Abdur-Rahkman's been pretty silent second half.
He's trying to get going. He has 7 right now. Block inside. Great defense, John Teskey.
That Simmons made a bad pass. It was at his knees. He could hardly handle it. Pull in, brings energy.
Carr trying to penetrate the zone.
Absolutely.
Instead, they got Abdur-Rahkman with his second.
Man-to-man defense this time by Michigan.
Tony Carr had it blocked. Matthews got a hand on it, but how about John Hurrah? He's only scored 17 points all season.
Wow. He picked a good time to get that too.
49-48, 9 to play. Oh, don't leave Shep Garner open. Lucky. Best three-point shooter on the floor.
Rahkman's open. Matthews was way late seeing it.
Duncan Robinson. A rare, and I mean, those guys have given them valuable minutes after the Watkins injury.
Moore back in, the second team center.
Tony Carr resets. Officials still trying to get the correct time on both the. See what they do with it. Shep Garner from deep. Off the backboard and into the hands of Robinson.
That's really an unfortunate situation. That was not the fault of Penn State at all. There's a situation where a clock malfunction hurts one team. Notice how they deny the ball. Once it goes into the painted area off the dribble, they deny the pass back out.
Wagner, and that's the threat that the three-point shot creates for him.
No doubt about it. And notice nobody is in the paint. The other guys are all around the three-point line. So when he drives in there, there's no shot blocking.
Wagner leading Michigan with 16. Stevens turns, fires short. Michigan trying to double their lead, and they do. Jordan Poole from downtown.
Brilliant substitution by Beeline here. Getting the right guys in the game at the right time. Zone defense, back and forth between zone and man. Nice play right there. Rahkman makes a terrific defensive play on that steal, huh?
8 Penn State turnovers now. And Michigan trying to take control back. How about that? Xavier Simpson.
Are you kidding me? Come on, man.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the lane.
That can't go in.
The sophomore from Ohio. Nice move on the other end, a blocking foul. They're going to get
point guard for position. They've all played in this game and have done some good things.
Xavier Simpson went out of the lineup for 6 games. Eli Brooks came in, but then Simpson went back into the lineup in early January and has been the starter ever since in that 3-man rotation.
Problem is, when you got a guy who can't shoot outside at the point guard position, teams can play 5 against 4 against you.
Well, he tries to shoot outside there, and
that's not fair.
off the heel. Stevens. Offensive.
Hey.
Wagner never afraid to put his nose into some danger.
No doubt about it.
Simpson knocked out by Bostic. John Beeline is barking out the orders over there. Abdur-Rahman cannot fit it.
I don't think that's what he wanted.
Penn State could use a bucket. Back down 7. So who do you go to? Number 10.
He is so under control, isn't he? Guy never gets out of control.
He and Stevens each with 15 to lead the Nittany Lions.
When they were engaged and playing the two of them, getting most of the shots, that's when they got the lead.
Abdur-Rahman short. Stevens grabs the board. Penn State looking to make it a one-possession game. Is it going to be the Tony Carr show?
It will be the Tony Carr show.
He gets it back. He wants to attack Robinson.
No doubt about it.
Drops it off. Stevens had it swatted.
Penn State gets it. It's a little bit long for his size.
So short on the second attempt. Mar Stevens, 0 of 4. The charity strike.
That's very unusual. And he's down on himself about it right now. He better get up because he's got to guard Wagner. He's the 5-man in the game right now.
Here's Jordan Poole. Well, how about that? Oh, he couldn't get the finish. Great move before by the freshman. Here's Carr shooting it right over Poole. Out of bounds, Pinska in that game on Sunday. If all that happens, they'll be the 4. Oh, bad pass off the inbounds. And Xavier Simpson takes advantage.
He makes some layups. He made a difficult one. That was an easy one. Mental error on the part of Penn State on that inbounds play.
Simpson 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Tony Carr, no. Comes to Wagner. That was a big sequence right there.
Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? I mean, they got to get after it now. I mean, they can't lay back defensively here. You got to pressure, create turnover situations. This is where Michigan's pretty good. They get you to come out, maybe a little backdoor action.
And a Michigan turnover.
Good D. Just what they needed.
Now can Penn State capitalize?
Right guy with the ball. Clear out. Let him go.
Steps back on Robinson and buries the triple. For Carr.
Fatigue, both teams. Mental errors happen when you're tired.
Wagner. Air ball. A little too much arc on that one. Carr wants to do it again.
The yo-yo dribble, that's when he gets moving.
Bostic, drive and kick. And back to Bostic.
No
easy for Michigan to get into the front court with that 4-point lead.
Perimeter D has been good.
Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman, he's a senior on the road. Senior night at Penn State, but he wants to make it his senior night once more.
And Josh Reeves was on him, their best defensive player. Nice play by Abdur-Rahman.
He has 9 on the other side. Bostic gathers. No. 3-on-2, Robinson. That was huge. Michigan goes up 9.
2 plays in.
But not done here yet in Happy Valley. Penn State. His crew can somehow pull off.
Oh, after the ball and then foul immediately.
7 fouls right now on Penn State. Oh, Reeves picked it. I think that went off and down the stretch. It's been Poole. He's the inbounder. Pass deflected. Robinson tracks it down. Michigan, though, looking good. And he has Nittany, the seniors who already had their senior night, and that went over Ohio State, stepping up on the road. Sophomore Tony only played 5 minutes tonight before going out with the injury.
Fans are happy to have him. What a...
They're searching for 18, and
the Michigan team this year, they don't lose there much.
Bryce Jordan Center has not been kind to ranked opponents. Penn State has won 5 of the last 6 over ranked teams, but that Penn State...
4 games, so you could go 2 and...
Yeah, what's the make?
It's all in the head, man.
Whatever works. Well, he was 1 of 2 there. Taking it to the basket, Lamar Stevens. So back to 7. Nobody guarded Livers. And Shep.
He got his start moment to remember.
Yeah, Kim with a... Stevens again. That time with the electric finish. Michigan trying to salt this one. Bench points 34-6. That's certainly one stat that tells the story of this one. As Michigan comes in and gets a big road win at Penn State, 72-63.